Okay, now that we have our towel and our gown folded, we are going to fold it up into our pack. So I am using a surgical drape here. You can use these reusable ones, these are cloth ones, or you can use disposable drapes as well. It just kind of depends on what your doctor and clinic has available. So what I'm gonna do, I have my gown and my towel stacked on top of each other. An indicator strip will also go inside this pack as well. So what I'm gonna do is I wanna put it in the center of my drape, and I have it facing kind of like a diamond. So there's a point facing towards me, and this point is the first point I'm gonna start with. So I'm gonna place my hand on top of the gown and towel and put some pressure here. If I don't do this, when I go to wrap, it's just gonna like fall right over. So I have to place pressure here. Then I'm gonna grab the point that's pointed towards me, press down, and I'm going to stretch this drape up and over. I'm putting a lot of pressure with this. I'm gonna lay my forearm down on the pack, and then I can remove my hand that's underneath. At this point, I'll kind of smooth it out a little bit, and then I can take that hand and place it right on top. Again, I wanna keep this pressure. If I don't do that, the fold will fall out. So once I have this pressure here, now I'm gonna fold back the top part of this drape and make a little tab right here. And that's what the doctor or yourself will pull on when you're opening up this pack. So this is my first fold, and I'm gonna do this 2 other times, and then my last fold will be a little different. So once I do the side that's facing towards me, I wanna do both of my side-by-sides, right and left folds, and then the side facing away from me will be my last one. So this is my first one. I don't like to awkwardly wrap from the side, so I'll actually just kind of move the pack to where that side that I'm folding is faced towards me. Then same thing. I'm gonna stretch and go up and over. Using my forearm to go down, I can remove my hand, place it on top, pull out all of these wrinkles here, fold back this drape, and up and over to make a tab. Then same thing, I'm gonna move it to the other side and do it for the other side. And you can adjust it as you're going. You wanna minimize any wrinkles as you're folding these gowns. If there's wrinkles in your wrap, in your drape while you're folding, it will actually interfere with how the steam autoclave autoclaves your pack. These wrinkles here will prevent that steam autoclave from actually penetrating and fully sterilizing this pack. There can be a lot of, this is when we can see the indicator tape that doesn't actually turn color, or your strip is kind of half turned color. So your wrapping is very important. Okay, so now doing this third side here, same thing, up and over using my forearm, then placing my hand on top, getting out all these wrinkles, folding it back, and making that tab. Now you can see I'm at my last side of the drape here. What I did is I made a pocket, you guys. I made a pocket. That is what my last fold is going to go into, and if it's not tight, it's not gonna hold. So same thing, I'm gonna take the end of this here, go up and over using my forearm, placing a lot of pressure there. And then instead of making a tab, I'm gonna take this drape and tuck it into that pocket that I just made. And again, you'll adjust it if there's any wrinkles there, make it all nice and smooth. Your pack should look like so. So you can see this little tab that's up here at the top. Nice, tight, minimal wrinkles going around. Now I'm ready to wrap it again. I would do another drape on top of this one. We always double wrap our packs, but for this video's sake, I'm gonna go right into taping. So I'm gonna use an indicator tape, and you'll notice this looks like masking tape, but it's not. There's actually white diagonal lines going across this tape, and when it goes through that steam autoclave, it's going to turn black. So these lines will turn a very dark color when they've been steam penetrated. So how I'm going to label my tape is I need to put in there what's in my pack. Right now, I have a size large gown. So before you wrap your gown, you guys make sure you check the size. That's very important. So I put L gown plus towel, because there is a towel in there and this is a pack. Then I put today's date and I put my initials. You'll also note that I tabbed both sides of these tape. Please tab the tape. You will thank yourself later. When we put this pack and tape through that steam autoclave, it pretty much cements it onto this pack. So if you don't have tabs, you're gonna be there for a long time trying to get this tape off. Now, how I'm gonna put this tape on this pack is I wanna put basically my first line where it says, large gown, I wanna put that right on the top. Then I'm going to stretch my tape up and over the tab and onto the bottom. So as we file it, as we put it away in our bins, we can clearly see what it is by just taking a glance at it. And as a final check, if you want to make sure if your pack is tight enough, I'm going to take off my tape first because that'll be cheating. I'm going to take this pack here and I'm going to give it a good old throw against the wall. Let's see if Miss Nielson did this pack right. And it stayed, it's good. So that's exactly what we want to see, you guys. So that is how we will wrap a surgical pack with our draping.